Hey, how y'all doing today? It's your boy Josh. Just want to talk to you about trusting in God. I know we didn't have a video last week. It was Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody was chilling. But today I just want to talk to you about, trusting in God in the midst of trials and turmoil, and even when you feel like God, forgotten you. And the reason I say that, God has not forgotten you. I just want to make that clear. But the reason I'm saying this is sometimes you still have to trust in God in the midst of pain and situations and things. You was like, God, I thought, you was going to take care of this. I thought you had me on this. And our ways are not his ways, And the reason I say this is just, I remember when my dad passed almost about 12 years ago. He ended up getting sick, ended up having a stroke, and got sick and went from like a 235-pound guy like myself, and ended up getting to like 135, like super small and frail, and it was just kind of like, I'm like, okay, this is not unto death, man. He's good. He's gonna recover. And I remember like having dreams of like, oh, I seeing my dad, back to full health, and everything. But that wasn't God's plan, and I had to wrestle with that. I had to be honest. I'm like, I thought I had dreams. I thought you were showing us dreams that he's going to get better. He's going to be healed. He's going to be full. I thought about that, but then I had to realize, man, it was at his funeral that I realized, like, he did get healed. He did get healed fully in his body. It wasn't the way I thought, but it was still healing. And I had to kind of come to grips that our ways are not his ways. My dad wasn't healed physically on this earth, but he was still healed. He was still healed, in the name of Jesus. You get what I'm saying? And I had to still trust in God that I'm going to see him again. I did have moments of like, man, you let him die, you did all this jazz, but God had to show me like, no, I still kept my promise. When I gave my son Jesus Christ and he died on the cross for all sins, he said, John 3:16, whoever so believe in him will have everlasting life. So I had to have trust in that. I had to have hope. So we have a hope. We have a trust. We have a faith that when we leave this earth, we're gonna be made new. We're gonna see Jesus. So that's what I mean. Like, you have to trust in God in the midst of pain, in the midst of sorrow, when you feel like, man, God, you've forgotten me. But he gave us a promise and he gave us a hope. And that's a personal thing for me. I felt I hit a rock bottom on that, but God had to show me and he had to reveal to me, like, I still gave you a promise. So I have to trust in that. And I had to trust in it at that time. So I just want to encourage you just to trust in God in the midst of pain, in the midst of sorrow, because he gave us a promise. I just pray that you have a great rest of the week. And just trust in God, man. No matter what the situation, just know we have hope in him. So I just want to leave you with this encouragement and just being transparent and just being honest with you and just walking through this journey of trusting in God. So love you and see you next week. All right, peace.